Hey, this is Lee. If you're new to us, we own InShapeMD here in Severna Park and HappyLee Fitness. And today we're going to talk about food sensitivities. There's so many things we can talk about. We're trying to keep it always as short as possible. We just want you to understand that it's a process. And the reason I'm bringing this up today is we have a lot of these kits, and these kits allow you to, at home, if you don't want to come in and do it, we can do a blood draw here in the office if you want the more expansive test, which I'll go through in a second, or you could do a simple test at home. It's a finger prick. And basically in this box, there are a couple little things in here. Most importantly, the bag that it's going to get shipped back, the test is going to go into. But it's a simple little card with these simple little finger stick apparatuses. When these come off, there's a little button here, and you put it against your finger, and you pluck your finger, prick your finger, and you put the droplets of blood on these little circles, and it gets mailed out, and what comes back is fascinating. This will do 90 foods, and I'll go over those foods in a summary format in a minute. The blood test we draw through a normal blood test is you can come into the office and test 180 foods. And what's great about both of those is you get amazing results whether you do the least expensive one, which you can do at home or with a finger stick, or whether we draw your blood. We can draw your blood if you don't want to do the finger stick at all for the 90 foods as well. The 90 foods, the difference in price is about $180, and we're taking $100 off what we normally charge, whether you do the 180 or the 90 test. But it's pretty amazing, and the results, if you've been stuck in this world of, I just don't know how food affects me, I'm tired of trying to figure it out on my own, I've done the elimination testing and brought foods back in, which is what we often teach, you can do it easier. And so the list of foods that come out, I'm going to try to show it here. This is the shorter list, if you can read that. That's the second list that comes out, that you get to choose from which one you want to do. So for example, if you really want to know 180 foods, then you do the more expensive test and you do the blood testing. You have to eat the foods that you've not had lately in order to get the better results, because you don't want to create false positives and false negatives. The most important part on here for me in the 180 food tests that I've done several times is cocoa, because I love chocolate. So in case you're curious about chocolate, you got to do the more expensive one. The results that come back are fantastic. Fantabulous. And this is an example of somebody with some severe sensitivities. This person has a little bit less sensitivities, but that doesn't mean they're less important. This line that goes all the way over to here means there's a more severe sensitivity versus not so severe versus hardly any. When you look at different individuals over a period of time, you learn that nobody could ever predict this, nobody could ever guess. And what most people don't understand, and I'm not going to read this entire document, but there's a lot of symptoms that can be related to food sensitivities. That was upside down. You could have mood swings, you could be an excessive sweater, you could have a lot of headaches, sinus aches, weight problems, of course, but asthma and breathing problems, digestive problems, irritable bowel, bloating, gas. If you're very snotty and congested, you might crave a lot of foods. That could be a food sensitivity. It could also be, all of these things could be vitamin and mineral deficiencies or hormone imbalances, or a couple of other things like parasites. You could have ADHD, your child. If you have a child with severe ADHD or mild ADHD, it could very well be food related. That's not new information. It's just finally becoming more accepted. Some of us are bloaters and we have water retention problems. Some people have skin issues, psoriasis, eczema, severe acne, rosacea, all of it, indigestion, heartburn. So if you're interested in learning more and you want to take $100 off, which we don't do that often, send us an email, info@SevernaParkInShapeMD.com, and we'll get you started with a kit, and we'll schedule a blood draw. Hope that's interesting. If nothing else, curiosity has been piqued, and thanks for watching, and stay in touch with us if you want to subscribe to YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, InShapeMD.